Hi everyone. Um, we're here back again with another show of Rambling Recruiter Shares HR Thoughts. And first of all, let me thank you for all the valuable feedback you have given for our last video, which is on Facebook recruiting. And we've got amazing views, and I'm sure Kunjal can share more about it. And so here we are back again with yet another topic of blogging, yes, basics of blogging, a topic which is very close to me and Kunjal. Kunjal stays behind Rambling Recruiter. So let's begin the show. How are you doing, Kunjal, today?
Yeah, thanks, Akshita. I'm doing great. It's really good to know. I mean, the audience has given a lot of positive feedback, some suggestions, and on the previous show that we had about importance of Facebook hiring, and we got almost 100 plus views on the YouTube show that we had last time. So
Right.
that's quite an encouraging number. And so looking forward to my favorite topic that is blogging today. So looking forward to
That,
sharing.
yeah, that's right. That's right. So, guys, I mean, those of you know Rambling Recruiter. Kunjal is the one who runs it, and then he's been doing it for since 2009. That's quite some time. That's almost 5 years, right, Kunjal? You've been blogging.
Yeah, just completed today.
Yeah, so you're like, since he's a bachelor, I would say he's happily engaged with blogging. Yeah, so he's in love with blogging and he's been blogging. So that way, I am pretty new with blogging. I started back in 2012 itself, but Kunjal is a pro, and yeah, so this is a topic which is close to our heart, and that's why we thought we should actually, bring in this topic for this show. And there are people who keep asking us questions about, blogging and things around it. So here we are discussing about it. So, Kunjal, I would, quickly ask you this question about, since you've been blogging and you've been working and of course writing about in the space of social recruiting and talent acquisition. So, what do you think is, why HR should or HR professionals should actually blog? I mean, what is the scope of HR professionals blogging, and why at all they should actually get into blogging? So that's how we all.
Yeah, that's a good question. I mean, because normally, I mean, HR professionals ask, I mean, why should we blog? What is it in for me and all? But I mean, just maybe just to clear some basics. I mean, what actually blog is, right? I mean, it's nothing but there are various definitions. I mean, on Google, if you just see, but the one which caught my attention was it's just a platform or a medium to that gives you an opportunity to share your thoughts, right? I mean, your views, your suggestions, your inputs that you have, and the best part is that you can reach to say maybe hundreds or thousands of people, not only within your region, but it's a global platform. So that's one part of it wherein we as HR professionals or say recruiters can leverage it, right? I mean, it also helps the other purpose of branding, right? So during next few questions, maybe I can also throw some light in terms of branding. But apart from that, blogging is nothing but what you actually do, what you don't do, what you want to share with the audience, right? It's more of a profession that we are into, right? We are daily interacting with employees, stakeholders, candidates, right? So at the end of the day, we as HR professionals have so much input or so much knowledge that we would like to share with our fellow colleagues, right? So blogging is the best and ideal way wherein you can share or maybe put forth your point, which at times might get difficult, right, during the profession or during the corporate world that we are. So some maybe prefer to have their own blog, or maybe some do guest blogging also. So you can pick and choose your medium that you want, but as long as you're ready to share what you know, that's more important.
I think that's a very good answer for about me. I'm sure that will answer a lot of people who actually ask that question, why we should not. And like you just said, would just add in there that on the lighter side, HR professionals love talking, so they're very good into stories. So I am sure all the HR professional meeting they love talking. Whether it's into recruitment or operational or anywhere, right? Training, so this is a way to share your story, guys. I mean, just write what's going in your mind. You don't have to. So this is a platform which is freely available. Your thoughts, you can use the platform as we said, and just put it there and share with people. Let people learn. Let them exchange their thoughts, and there you are, a blogger. Yeah, so it's a perfect way to share your mind. So another question which comes in my mind after this is you know, uh, is there a time to start blogging? So let's say, people will say, okay, fine, this is the time I think I can start writing, or let's say, I have this much of experience, I have enough of, stories to write and share. Now I think I should start writing. So do you feel is the right time, or is it like you can do it any time, or it's up to you? So what is your, thought on
Yeah, I mean, as they say, any time is the right time as long as you are ready for it. See,
that?
again, blogging, it's more about you being yourself, right? So any time that you choose is right. Uh, for me, I mean, I've heard people start blogging maybe to vent their emotions or maybe share something which they are not able to, right? They are looking out for a platform or a medium where they can let share information or maybe share their knowledge, experience, whatever it may be. That's one way wherein people ideally start. The how I got into blogging was, I mean, I used to read a lot of blogs, right? So at times I would actually not understand some jargons or the way they were writing, right? So that's how I got into it. I wanted to write something which I can read and maybe easily understand. I wanted to write as a layman for a layman. So that's how I got into blogging. So I try to avoid as many jargons. In fact, I don't use anything. I just write as if I am writing a story or just writing as a first person. So that's how I got into it. So to just to answer it briefly is any time is right for blogging, but as long as you know what you want to write, right? So don't think about the audience. First think about what you want to write. Write for yourself first and then think about the audience.
Wow. Yeah, that's a very interesting, thought, Kunjal. In fact, I have read your blogs and I've seen that you actually have got, a different way of writing. I mean, every blogger is different. They have their own way of expressing thoughts. And Kunjal, again, like he just rightly said, he has a very, so if you read his blog, you would actually feel that, there's something which is happening. So there's one incident, you start with and you can actually relate to that. So that's, and again, they're very simple in writing, so you can easily connect with it. So any type of person could be able to connect with it. So that's probably his genre, and that's how he writes. So again, sharing, that's how everybody somehow starts writing. So like, I also started getting to write. I used to read blogs, people's blogs. So I would actually wonder that, this blogging is like a very in thing. I should also start doing something like that. And since I'm so fond of talking but not actually writing, so then I started writing, and then people actually gave me feedback that okay, fine, they enjoy reading. And then eventually I got close to my subject, and then because of course your blogging generally is it comes from a slice of life. I mean, whatever you're doing in your daily routine, you pick up stories from there, you write things around it, and then share your thoughts. So that's what it is. I mean, that's a perfect way to actually start blogging, and know and define what you want to probably define your own niche. Like
Yeah.
every blogger has its own niche, okay, which they feel they're comfortable. I mean, that's their subject matter expertise. If they pick it up and then they start building more and more stories, then of course the audience will also be developed like that. So there are many platforms. We have WordPress, we have Blogger, we have Tumblr, and a lot of them where you can use their interesting stats. They will let you know where the audience is coming from, the geography of audience, the medium of audience channel, and a lot of things, right? So you can use those platforms. And now, a question to you, Kunjan, on this is like, how can people use this, or how can people actually build audience, while they're blogging, and how can they use it for the networking? Because networking is one thing which, ideally, everybody is looking these days, looking forward to, right? Whether it is an HR profession or even a non-HR profession. So, what could be a way to enhance it, probably build an audience and network with people? I mean, how you think, how blogging can help with that?
Yeah, I mean, just to maybe add one more platform which has been recently quite popular is LinkedIn publishing platform, which anybody
Yeah.
who has LinkedIn profile by default, earlier they had a select few of 25,000 people that they had earlier released a batch. So we were fortunate to be part of that lot. But now everybody has an access to LinkedIn publishing platform. It's nothing but you have a platform wherein you can share your thoughts, you can share your inputs, your knowledge to your own followers, right? So the audience is already there. You don't need to build an audience. So that's the advantage of maybe say For a first time blogger who would like to start blogging, I would recommend or suggest start with LinkedIn publishing platform, because it goes to your own followers, right? So it goes to your own viewers, your colleagues, your maybe future someone who's looking at your profile. So blogging helps you to share your knowledge, what you have about the work that you're already doing, right? So that talks about also another dimension about yourself apart from your resume, that you write skills, right? You write your experience and all, but apart from your resume, what brings out different from others is maybe if you have a blog, they would like to know what are your views on, say, maybe say select few topics, or say recruitment or HR, it could be anything. It gives another dimension to your profile. So that also helps you in terms of networking. So how it helps to networking is, as you notice, maybe on a Twitter handle or on your LinkedIn profile, they have an option you can give a URL, right? So normally I have seen people giving their blogs. So maybe if I'm a HR professional, I would like to go and check his blog. I would like to know his views or what his knowledge or expertise is into which area. So that helps us to bond. And again, as I mentioned, it's a global platform, right? So I can be seated in Pune, you are in Mumbai, but there's someone who is in US reading my blog, right? So just to maybe give you an example, yesterday I had blogged, so there were more views from US than from India. At I mean on
Right. I saw that. Yes, start we could share, from your blog
Correct.
feed.
Correct. So again, you
Yeah.
can pick and choose which platform works for you. So don't see, platform is just an enabler. What you have, nothing can take from you, right? The knowledge that you have, you can write on any platform. So that's about it.
Right. That's it. Yeah. I think that's very well said. And again, just to add a couple of more things, like so that's about online audience building. In fact, offline also, you can there are a lot of blogger groups which you can register into. So let's say there is a blogger group like Blogger or maybe indie blogger. You can register your blog once you're into blogging, and they give you a ranking, and then people of your own genre or your own subject can actually follow you there. They would read. You also have to read other people's blog. If you comment on their blog so that they can come and comment back. So that's the way you can connect with people. Otherwise, so somebody is commenting you, so you have to comment back, and maybe if somebody's asking you a question, you make sure that you answer the question, right? So that's how you just can't let it be open ended there. So that's another piece of handling your own blog. Another thing Kunjal, is like I keep listening from people around that blogging is like a dead thing, right? So it's like no more blogging. We are moving. We are moving on. So I do think, I mean, I personally don't believe in it. I just don't endorse that part at all. But still, I would like to know about your thoughts on that, because you're again a passionate blogger. So what are your thoughts? Do you think blogging is dead?
Yeah, I mean, I've read a lot of. In fact, I've read blogs about is blogging dead.
Yeah. Imagine that.
That's again the most simple statement that I can maybe make is vlogging is all about sharing your thoughts, experience, and knowledge.
Right.
So as long
Right.
as it happens, which I think it will never end, as long as we humans are alive,
Right.
right? So that will never end.
Right.
As long as that does not end, I think the blogging will ever end. The mediums,
Right.
platform, channels might change, right? But the thoughts or the process or the experience or a platform, right? So that will always remain. So yeah, I mean,
Right.
just to cut that off, I mean, blogging, I don't think so. It'll be dead. Those who want it to be dead are blogging about it. So you get the answer.
That's a perfect answer. That's a perfect answer. All right. And in fact, you don't want to blog, you can microblog. I mean, that's what Twitter is all about. You can't write so much. It's just write 140 characters. I think that would solve your problem.
Yeah. In fact, I've heard
Yeah.
people saying that I'm not a good writer. I mean, you do not need to be a writer to start blogging.
Right.
You just need to first identify what your passion is.
Right.
Once you are clear about it, you can write. See, I mean, whatever knowledge you have, it's only you have, right? So I mean, your experience might be different from others. So don't be afraid of what people will say and how they'll react. Just forget that. Be yourself. If you have a passion, you can start blogging. There's no right time. There's always start anytime.
Yeah. I think. Yeah, I think we've covered a lot of things around basics of blogging, and Kuntal, we shared a lot of interesting information with us. The best was, of course, the blogging is dead. Yeah. So I think with that we'll be winding up, and before that, just couple of tips. That's the way we probably like to end the show. Is that on blogging, I'm sure Kunjal also can add, share some of these tips. Is that make sure that you have a frequency about sharing your content, right? So you can choose your frequency. It should not be too much, nor it's too less. So if you're doing it monthly, weekly, fortnightly, whatever it is, right? So make sure that frequency is maintained, because then your audience starts connecting and they're actually looking forward to your blog. So try to do that. You can, the topic could be, of course, as you start writing, you would understand what exactly is your subject matter expertise from day one, maybe, because then you will feel that audience is connecting with that topic. You have to use all the mediums, wherever you can share. You can see from which blog is getting more clicks. So that means that this is what the audience wants from you, or this is what probably you're good at expressing. So try to get in more details there. You can link blogs together. So let's say one blog, and then you can link another blog so that people can get routed. So you can do such things, to blog. And I think Kunjal, you would like to add to your tips on the blogging before we end the show.
Yeah, the tip is just start. Uh, don't wait. Just start. First, write for yourself. Go through it. Share with a couple of your friends. Get their feedback. Right? It's always good to get feedback from peers, right? Or maybe say
Right,
fellow
right.
bloggers. Ask them what is right, what is wrong. They might give you some inputs. But at the end of the day, whatever you write, express yourself. Right? I mean, at times we are not able to share some things by just talking. We are maybe good at writing it, right? So keep it consistent, add images, add photos, add videos. That will also give another flavor to your blog. So it's not that I'm just
Absolutely.
book, right? So, I mean, just font, black and white letters. To make it more attractive, share as many times in terms of schedule it, right? I mean, the best way is to schedule one blog in the morning, the same blog maybe in the afternoon and the evening. So that helps you to cater to multiple audiences, because maybe the US audience would not be awake at that time when you share it. So pick and choose. So also experiment, right? So that's all about it.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. That's what he says at the end. Experiment. It's all about it, and you never know when you get that moment of yours. All right, Kunjal. I think we had an interesting discussion. I thoroughly loved it, and I'm sure I would go back to this video and watch it again, and maybe pick up some more tips from whatever you said. Yeah. So thank you so much, Kunjal, and thank you everyone for going to this show. We'll be back again, next month with another topic. Till then, good night, have a nice time, and have a very happy new year. Bye
Yeah.
bye.
Thanks everyone. Take care.
Bye, Kunjal.
Yeah. Bye.
Yeah, bye.